Alright, so I'm Brian's niece, and this is his baby sister, and she's 18 years younger than him. She was born on his 18th birthday, so she was kind of a really good birthday present. But Brian was definitely the favorite uncle. He always, I remember he lived with us for like a month or so, and I would wake up at 3 a.m. every single morning to him playing his cornet. Every morning, and I just sit there and listen to him, and he's just sitting there on his cornet in the basement, and then he'd get on his guitar, and seriously, he started at like 3 a.m., and he ended at like 11, like in the morning. He just kept playing, like we're like, hey, no, you just listen to him while he's playing, because he just play, and I don't even think he slept, he just played. So music was definitely a big part of his life and our lives. He taught us a lot about music and appreciation for music. So this was definitely great hearing everybody play and everything. He definitely was one of the biggest influences in our lives.
So, Brian, it was 1979, and he gave up a year of his life to come teach me music. And I was 11, and he moved from Chicago. We had moved to Las Vegas in 1973, and Brian stayed behind. And my dad really wanted him to come with us because there's 8 of us, and Brian's number 2 and I'm number 8. And he said, I can't go. I need to go to New York. And so my dad understood. So we pulled away and drove to Las Vegas, and Brian stayed behind. And he was happy that he did because he loved music, and he knew that Chicago and New York, that's where he needed to be. And he found the no exit, and we didn't see a lot of them. And then I turned 11, and he came out and for a year, and he taught me violin, and he taught me every Beatles song on the guitar. And I just remember his favorite songs, and I don't think I can play any of the songs anymore, but I could back then. So it was funny because Brian and I always had this connection, and being 18 years apart, there's 5 girls and 3 boys, and no one could understand our connection. And I don't know if it's being born on the same day, but he was excited when I was born. He was on his way back to college, and my dad was taking him to the train station, and my dad said, hey, by the way, your mom had a baby today, a baby girl. And he was like nonchalant, by the way, and Brian was just so excited. He was like, really? It's my birthday, you know? And so he liked to tell that story, but no one can understand really our connection, and I guess music is the connection with us. None of us, my other family members, my brothers and sisters, they play a little guitar, but Brian and I were just always in sync, and I don't know what it was, and he really helped me through some tough times. My husband passed away about a year ago, and Brian was there for me. He came out. He flew out from Chicago, and he spent a few months with me and sang with the kids, and taught them a little bit of, ukulele and guitar and just Brian, and I remember at the funeral, one of my other sisters, my 2 sisters were talking, and Brian was walking behind me. The casket was in front, and he was the one that was with me the whole time. And I heard my sisters just saying, I don't know what it is. What is it with those 2? I just don't see their connection. And I don't know, but we did have a tremendous connection. Brian was such a free spirit. And I think that growing up in this Catholic family and just very strict, and nobody understood him, and he just wanted to be free. He was just this free spirit with his guitar on his back and looking for his dream. And, I'm trying to get that hit record. And I think I understood that about him. And so I got him. And, you know, and my dad and my mom, I don't think they really understood him the way that I did. And so to come here, I remember him when he first came here, he talked to me how he just felt at home when he was here. And he just felt so good, and it felt like a family here. And he was just so excited to be here and make a life here and have his dog Rocky, and everything just worked out for him here. And this 10 years he spent here, it did feel like a family to him, and I'm very grateful that he found that in his life, because he was kind of a loner, but he always wanted to help and always wanted to put a smile on people's faces, and he would go into nursing homes and churches and whatever he could do just to make people feel better. And it's funny because I didn't have a lot of self-confidence with my music, and he brought that to my life. He was one of those that you could just get up there and just start singing. And I don't know how he did that, but he just had that gift where he just made you feel like there was no one else in the room, and then you could do it. You know, you could sing or play or whatever your passion was. And he wrote me a lot of letters, and he always would say, you know, don't ever give up on your dreams, and you know, it's okay to have a dream, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't do anything, that you know, you can do whatever you put your mind to. And he was a real true inspiration in my life, and I just wanted to thank all of you for putting this together and being such a great part of his life. And it's nice to meet his friends because I see pictures. I have his computer, and that was his life, was his computer. He didn't have TV, he had his computer, and the videos that he shot of, you know, and then he talked about the co-op, and just his life is on that computer, and going through his computer is, I just know how much he loved it here, and I truly appreciate everything that you've done for him, and seeing you guys up here singing, I'm thinking, he should be here, he should be right here, you know, up here, because he would be, because that was him. I'm just grateful for this beautiful building and the food and all the preparation, and just thank you for everything that you did for